Hi parents, this is lesson number 3 in book B. We're starting actually in the solo book today with the calendar song. This is the one you use after gliding. This one doesn't have any new concepts in it at all. What we do want to watch with our eyes is that it's the same note. It's not, we don't play any seconds here. It repeats the same note. So this one sounds like this. Play, play, half note. Play, 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 half note, play, 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 half note, left hand, half note, lift, and then there's a repeat. So really the whole thing is in the right hand except for the very end. It's always a good idea to have the child start with 2 hands up at the very beginning. And then after this, because that really kind of goes with the last lesson, we're going to set aside the solo book for just a minute, and we're going to go back to the lesson book. There's only one in the lesson book for today. This is number 9, page 9, balloons. And this is in 3/4 times, so if we're counting, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You'll notice that we have a dotted half note. And if you remember from the homework pages from the last lesson, there was the dotted half note was at the very end of at the bottom of the homework. And when we count the dotted half note, a half note is only 2 beats, but a dotted half note is 3. What the dot symbolizes is you add a half of what this is. So the half note is 2, so then you add a half, that would be 1, so 2 plus 1 is 3. So we hold this for 3 counts. I don't go through the math with kids, it's just you look at that and I want them to be able to think 3 in their head. And at the top they talk about what this new concept is that we're going to be doing here, and it's a tie. It's not a slur, it looks just like a slur. There's the only way to tell the difference between a tie and a slur is to notice that with a tie, it's the same note, but we don't play it twice. With a tie, you hold it down. So when we play this, let's say we're going to play D, we're going to play it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then you lift. So you have to keep it held down the whole time. There's a bar line there, so you have to start over with the counting. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And with you don't want to play it twice. And so at the end of this is a reminder that there's 3 here at the end of the first line, 3 counts. Then we have 3 counts plus 3 counts. This is actually 6 counts. So balloons sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's actually 6 counts. And notice the P means piano. Piano means quietly. This is in a minor key. That's why it sounds kind of spooky and sad. Major keys are happy. Minor keys are not. They sound kind of spooky and sad. That's a minor key. This is in a minor key. All right, that's the only thing you need to know with balloons. And the next one that we are looking at, let's go to the technique book next. And in the technique book, the ties, we're doing 4 and 5 in the technique book, and the ties are at the end of the line. And once again, it's 3 plus 3, so we hold down for 6 counts. The whole thing is a slur, so we want to make sure it's played legato. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, lift. A little different in the left hand. It's F, G, F, E, F, E, D, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, up. Okay, and then there's a repeat there also. And then the seconds, the swinging seconds. Here's our tie. Now it's in the middle. It's not at the very end. It's in the middle. We still want to hold down these 2 quarter notes. So really this is played and it sounds like a half note because it's 2 beats. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. 1, Or you could count it this way. Play, 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 hold, down, play, half note, play, 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 hold, down, play, half note. We're trying to train the child's eyes that they don't necessarily have to say something to do the rhythm. I think I said eyes, I meant ears. We're trying to train their eyes to go with their ears, that I want this to become internal. So you don't actually have to count it to be able to play it. You can look at it and just kind of know how it sounds. With the left hand here, we have a slur and a tie right in the middle. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. Notice there's a tie at the end. So this phrase right here is counted like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then lift up. So this is actually 5 counts that you're holding it down. So they'll need to practice counting it, and then it'll become more internalized. So that's the technique book. And remember, with the technique book, you always start your practice sessions with the technique book. At the lesson, I start with the lesson book. But for you, you want to start at home then after that with the technique book always. All right, the last one to do for practicing at home is play a little samba. This is also in a minor key. This starts with half notes. So it starts slowly, and then it's fast, 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 fast. And they'll need to, you might even have them look at this before they ever start to play. It's usually a good idea to talk about it before you start to play. Notice that these two are the same. This third measure, it's same, same, and then the note changes, same, same, and then back to half notes. So this one sounds like this. Half note, half note, half note, half note, play, play, half note, and then start on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. So this is 8 counts because there's a tie there. So practice with your child to make sure they can tell the difference between a tie and a slur. A slur means different notes, and you play them legato. A tie means they're technically played legato. It's just the same note, so you don't lift in the middle. And then for this week, for the homework, there's just 3 worksheet pages. In this, you want to draw in the seconds as well. Have the child do it if they can. Otherwise, you can do it for them. Maybe practice with, like, is this right? Is this wrong? You're drawing the second that's 1 note lower. So if this is a line, you're going to draw the second on the space. If this is a space, the second is going to be a line. And then make sure that they can say the names of the notes below it. So we're drawing there. Now with this page, this is really the theory with the tied notes and the slurs. They need to be able to tell this is a tie, this is a slur, this is a tie, this is a tie, this is a slur. Ties are the same note repeated, and then a slur means a different note. And then, of course, remind them that the dotted half note is 3 counts. All right, and then the last one, they're asking the child to add the bar lines. So we need to determine what they're going to be here. And then you want to draw in the bar lines if it's 3, 4, or 4, 4. So this would actually be, you can tell, 1, 2, 3, so you draw 3 there. And then with this, you want to determine if this is what these are going to be. Is it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is probably 3, 4 also. And with this one, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's probably not it. So it's probably 3, 4 here as well. So you want to draw in what it is, and then have them draw the bar lines. You can help them with that. This is a little trickier. All right, and that's this week. Good luck.